What's up, ramen lovers? Today we're talking about Ichiran Ramen, the legendary Japanese chain that's all about solo dining, minimalist vibes, and that silky Tonkotsu broth. But here's the thing, while Ichiran might dominate in Japan, it's got a few hurdles in taking over the US. Look, I get it, Americans love ramen. Slurping down those noodles is practically a national pastime now. But Ichiran? They're playing a different game, a game with different rules, so let's break it down. Why this titan of Japanese ramen might just be facing its biggest challenge yet, cracking the American market. First up, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Or should I say the elephant in the room? Because you're probably sitting by yourself. Dining out in the US is a social thing, right? It's about catching up with friends, sharing plates, maybe a little too much garlic bread. You know the drill. But Ichiran? They're all about that solo experience. Those little booths, they're like sensory deprivation chambers for noodle lovers. And hey, don't get me wrong, sometimes you need that moment of zen. But for most Americans, dinner is a time to connect, not to contemplate the meaning of a perfectly cooked egg. In a culture that thrives on shared plates and loud conversations, that's a tough hurdle to overcome. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. In Japan, Ichiran is practically a steal. You can get a soul-satisfying bowl of ramen without breaking the bank, but here in the US, be prepared to shell out some serious dough. I'm talking upwards of $20 for a basic bowl, and if you want extras, forget about it. Now, I appreciate quality as much as the next guy, but let's be real, that's a lot of dough for a bowl of noodles. For that price, most Americans expect a three-course meal, a fancy tablecloth, maybe even a violinist in the corner. One broth to rule them all? Let's face it, Americans love options. We want a menu that reads like a novel with endless possibilities and flavor combinations. But Ichiran, they're like, here's your tonkotsu, enjoy. And don't get me wrong, their tonkotsu is legendary. But still, only one option. In the land of the free, home of the brave, and the birthplace of the 20-page diner menu, that's a tough sell. The need for speed. Here in the US, we like our food fast. We're talking grab and go, in and out faster than you can say extra sriracha kind of speed. Ramen in particular has become synonymous with fast casual dining. But Ichiran, their whole setup with the individual booths and the made-to-order bowls, it takes time. And time, my friends, is a luxury not all Americans can afford, especially when hunger strikes. And that's where Ichiran's dedication to the individual experience might be their downfall. A niche within a niche. Now, before you call me a hater, let me say this. Ichiran can definitely work in the US, in big cities like New York or LA, where people are willing to wait in line for hours for a taste of something unique. Yeah, they'll thrive. But what about the rest of America? The suburbs, the smaller towns, places where people are more interested in a good deal than a trendy experience. That's where things get tricky. Ichiran is a niche restaurant. And trying to fit that niche into a market that's already packed with ramen options, well, it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round bowl. Outro, so is Ichiran here to stay? All right, ramen warriors, what do you think? Have you tried Ichiran? Would you pay $20 for their tonkotsu broth? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I think Ichiran is onto something special, but can they adapt to the American market without losing their soul? Only time will tell. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more foodie deep dives. Until next time, stay hungry.